Alright, this is a video that I've thought about for a while now, and I can't come up with a good way to do this at all. So let's just start. I'm gonna take it back to the beginning, how this channel started and how this car got to where it is, how Johnny's car got to where it is, how Brian's car ended up being a full-on drag car that he never wanted to own. In like 2013, I moved to Newport. A couple years later, Johnny moved in like 6 houses down the street from me. I actually didn't talk to him right away. Seen some guy out there banging keys on a laptop, and I'd hear it go make a hit on the frontage road. The first time I met Johnny was through a mutual friend, and he was actually trying to screw me on a set of cylinder heads that he just completely disintegrated. Like they both got blasted with a shotgun. I mean, they were destroyed, and Johnny's giving me a sales pitch about, oh no, fixable, great deal, I'll give you a killer deal. Yeah, okay, Johnny, sounds good. So even though he tried to get me one on the cylinder heads, we ended up hanging out a little bit, and at the time, he had a blown up small block Chevy with an S475 in his Mustang. And we kind of started working on that a little bit together here and there. And this is back when I had the S10. It sat like a dump truck. It sat like 10 feet in there. It looked awful. But it was a bracket truck. That's all I did with it. I wasn't really into heads up stuff yet. So at the same time, I was looking to get turbo kit on it. And all this talk about Brian Fab started popping up, and it turned out he's local. And I remember him from like the scene, and he used to do a lot of street racing with the Falcon and stuff. So I contacted him to get an estimate on the truck. And he came over and looked at it, and it was like killer price. And so I was going to move forward with it, and life happened, and it just never came to fruition, that project. So the truck stayed NA. We kept working on it. And then like a year after that, so probably 2015, I wanted to put full exhaust on my truck because I was sick of it sounding like Gravedigger every time I drove it somewhere. So I hit up Brian again, and he did the job for me. It turned out awesome. It was like the most American bracket racer exhaust I could have ever came up with. It was like 3.5 inch straight back into a couple 40 series full masters. After that, we kind of kept in touch and got talking about some ideas on cars and stuff. And he actually showed up to Johnny's house one night because we needed some help with the turbo kit. I think it was cracked or something. And I was like, well, I kind of know this Brian guy. He's been helping me with some of my stuff. And so I'll call him, see if he'll come over. So Brian came over, and Johnny and Brian had known each other previously a few years, but they were never like friends or nothing. So Brian came over and helped us with turbo kit, and we were real close to firing the car, so he kind of wanted to ride it out, and we got the car started and worked on it a little bit. Me and Johnny were actually trying to get to a race in Cedar Falls. It was a Mayhem race. It was like their first shot at a no prep deal. That's what we're trying to get Johnny's car done for. Brian ended up kind of going all in with us, and he wanted to help out and get the car there, so the three of us started working on that car every day. And we got fired, and it was running for probably like 3 hours before it just disintegrated itself. To this day, we don't know what happened, but it was a 6-liter, and it just destroyed itself. It was like a brand new motor. He was super bummed, and me and Brian being more of the junkyard guys, and Brian being the LS guy at the time, he's like, we ain't done yet. He's like, go to the junkyard and get yourself a 4.8, because Johnny just spent all the money he had on the 6-liter. So Johnny went and bought this 4.8. I don't even know if it was a Gen 3 or Gen 4 at this point. I'm pretty sure it was a Gen 3, but he picked this thing up and he was super skeptical about it. And we just tossed this thing together. A couple other guys chipped in too. It wasn't just me and Brian. It was like this 24-hour scramble, like everything we do. And we just tossed this thing together, and we threw it in the car and went down to Cedar Falls. And the car ran and did okay. It eventually went like 890s on this 4.8, and that was the first time Johnny had been in the 8s. So he was pumped. But yeah, that's how we all met, and ever since that stupid Capri with a 4.8 in it, we've all been hanging out and racing together, and we kind of rotate. One guy spends all his money, and we race the snot out of his car, and then we move on to the next one, and we move on to the next one, and just it goes around. Everybody helps each other, and we just keep pumping out these revised editions of our cars, and now we're gonna do a whole nother one all together. the name, I'm not really sure where the name came from. It might go back to like the MN Streetcar Facebook page days. That was the rage back in the day. That was kind of like forums. It's everybody posted down there, all the local guys and stuff. And I don't know, me and Brian started posting pictures of stuff we were building because Brian actually didn't have anywhere to build his Mustang. He had all the parts. He just had nowhere to put together, and I was like, bring it down here. So the Mustang was actually the first thing we built here. And then version 2 of the S10, and then Johnny's car got built here, and then eventually this. And I don't know, at some point along the way, it just stuck, and we rolled with it, and like, yeah, it's suitable. You know, we're in Newport, and we're a wannabe race shop, so it just stuck. We named the YouTube channel after it. So anyhow, that gets us where we are today. So the title of the video, you're like, dead? You just told us this great little history on it. Now you're telling me it's dead? Yes, it's dead. It's no more. We have a very small following. You might be one of them, and you know, like 142 people. But we're slowly getting like more views and more feedback, and we wanted to get on top of it and coin a official business per se for in case in the future if something ever took off, and maybe it's bigger than 142 someday. So we wanted to get in front of it, but there was a small problem. Believe it or not, the name Newport Raceshop is already licensed in the state of Minnesota. Who would have thunk, huh? It's an odd one, you know? I mean, there's only one Newport in Minnesota, and there's only a couple race shops. I don't know. I don't think we want to do your own research, but that's what I know is the name's already taken, so we had to kill it. Bury it, it's dead, no more. But I kind of enjoy making these stupid videos, and I kind of enjoy racing these cars. So we're gonna rename it. Come out with something new. So that's what you get now. No name race cars. Why? Because I don't want to pick a name. We didn't pick the first name. It was like a given name, an assumed name. And I'm not one for like making up names. So here you go. Black, white, simple, boring, no name race cars. That's what I'm gonna call it. So, anywho, that's it. That's what's happening. So for all of you people that refuse to hit the subscribe button, I know who you are. There's like 70% of our views come from unsubscribed people, and 70% of our views come from the search phrase Newport Raceshop. So all you people that refuse to subscribe for some reason and just like searching Newport Raceshop to watch the videos, you're gonna have to search no name race cars now, right? You have to write down no name race cars. That's what you have to search on. Or you could hit the subscribe button, maybe even the like button if you really want to get frisky. And if you're feeling really wild, you could even comment on a video if you wanted to. So anyhow, we'll keep the videos rolling. The Fairmont's full steam ahead. Brian's totally cutting that thing apart. There's no daily driver about it. So stand by, enjoy the new name, and we'll just see where it goes from here. The only place it can go is up, right?